guys, when you come here, this is how the Pixellab interface looks like. That is when you open it for the first time after successfully downloading it. This is how the interface looks like. Now we have some of the tools that are at the upper part here, and then we have other tools that are also at the downside here, right? We have some tools under here, right? And then this place is what we call our working space. This is where everything is going to appear, you get me? So that is our working space. So we are going to consider the tools below here, and then we are going to consider the tools above here. Now let's get into it. Before we start, please kindly click on the subscribe button and then turn on your notification bell to be notified whenever we drop amazing contents like this. Right, let's get into it. Now first of all, we are going to check this here. That is where we call this particular button, we call it the template icon. You get me? We call it the template icon, right? So with the template icon, it contains templates. You get me? When I say templates, background templates, where you can edit any of them at any time you want. You can use any of them, right? So that's why we call that button the templates button. So take note of that. Now with the template button, it contains what we call the my projects icon here, and this my project icon or folder here. It is a folder that contains all your previous designs you've made. So whatever design you've made on Pixellab and you save it, is going to come here as my project. Now you might not see this my projects folder here when you come in as a newbie when you download the app, because you have not designed anything yet. So maybe it might not be there, but when you keep designing and saving your projects, you'll be seeing them at my projects. Right, now the next thing we have here, we call it the letter editor. The letter editor, when you come to the letter editor, that is where you're going to do anything related to text. This is where you do the editing, the one with the capital A. So this is where we do all the editing when it comes to text. So when you click on add a text, this plus sign, you can add a text. So you see it here, right? So when you click on this quotes here, the app is having inbuilt quotes here. When you need them, you can use motivational quotes. You can use them at any time, right? Now when you add the text, when you want to edit the text, unless the text becomes active, and by the text being active is when you click on it and you see this particular border around it, which means that the text is active. When it is active, you can find other editing features here, or editing tools which you can use to edit the text. Are you okay? So first of all, you can click on the edit here to write any particular text at all you like. So graphic designing, let's say I'm to write graphic designing. So this is a text. Are we okay? And then the text, you can either click on this delete to cancel it. Are you okay? You can click on delete to cancel it. You can click on copy to get it copied twice. Are we okay? So that is basically what this copy is. We have in front and to back, we have position tools. You can position it anyway by using these buttons here. We have other editing here, increasing of size and reducing of size. We have changing of color here. You can change the color of the text this way at this section, right? And we have texture. You can give the text a texture color. And then we have opacity. You can reduce and increase the opacity at this area. We have rotation. You get me? You have rotation here. We have fonts. The app is having inbuilt fonts, so you can select any font you like at any time, then you use it. So when you come to the font area, you can see we have fonts here. You can select any of them and then you use it for the text. For the text, now we also have bold. The styles here, we have bold, italic, we have underline. So any of them at all you need, you can use it here from this section. Then we have curving, we have background. All this is here, right? I don't really actually want to waste much time on this introductory video. On the subsequent videos, we are going to learn how to use all the buttons. Right, now the next button we have here, we call it the character editor or the shape editor. Now when you come to that section, when you come to that section, we have stickers. So the app is having inbuilt stickers there. You can see it from this section. So you can use any of them. We have import. Now when you click on import, it is going to send you to your gallery to bring in any particular image at all you want. So when you want to add an image, you click on import. When you click on import, you can add any resource at all you want to add, or any image at all you want to add to the designing page. Are you okay? So that is it for this one. You can see it at this section. Yeah, so when you come here, we have what we call the draw. Here's draw. You can draw anything. Those of you who really likes drawing, you can draw anything using this particular draw tool at any time at all you want to use it. So that is what the draw tool is for. Right, we have the next thing here is what we call the shapes. Now with the shapes, we have shapes here. You can add a square, then you can regulate it to the size of a line, a rectangle, whatever you want. Now, but then if you want other shapes instead, you can click on this arrow here, and by clicking on the arrow, it takes you to your to other shapes here. You get me? So you can select any shape at all you want from this section. So when I want a circle, this is the circle, right? So when you come to this area, we call it the Bezier tool. This one is a bit technical, so we are not going to talk about it, but as we progress in the course, we are going to learn how to use the Bezier tool to design your flyers, right? And then we also have arrows at this section. The app is having arrows here. You can choose any arrow at all you want from this section. Yeah, so that is basically what the arrows contain. And then so that is it. Now, just as we said for the text, a character or a shape can only be edited only if it is active. So when you click on it like this, it becomes active. You get me? So at this section, you can see the editing features here. You can delete, you can crop, you can copy, and all that. You can change color here. You see I'm changing the color of this. Right, we have filters, opacity, stroke. You can give this a stroke if you like. You can eraser, so all this. So just like I mentioned for the text, the same thing applies to every shape. You can only edit it if it is active, and I'm saying that to make the text, or to make the shape active, but just click on it and then it will be active. You see all the editing features here. Right, now we have now you can see we have the next thing here. We have here, we call it the background editor. So when you come to that section, you can do editings to the background. Are you getting me? To the background. So you can do editings there. So you can change the color of the background here. You see it. You can change the color of the background here to any color at all you want to use. You can change the color here. You see it from this section. You can change the color here to any color at all you want to use. Right, so that is what this section means. Then we have transparency. You can make the background transparent, like you can see here. So you can make it transparent at that area. Then we have image size. Now image size is used to determine the resolutions of the flyer you are designing. Now you have to know that the size of a picture or an image that you use for your your WhatsApp profile is not having this. It is not having the same resolution as the size of a picture or image you are using for your wallpaper, your phone wallpaper. So resolutions here, they differ. So when you click on, this is the custom size, this is a square. You get me? So when you click on this arrow here, you can find other sizes here. We have pictures, we have a square shape, that's a YouTube thumbnail. This is a YouTube channel banner, Facebook cover art, and all that. You get me? So they all have their sizes. So when you want to design for a Facebook cover art, you can just come here, then you change it at this area. Yeah, so that is how this also works. Then we have image. The app is having inbuilt images. When you want to change your background color to any color you like here, or you want to use any image from this section, you can come and use it at this particular section, right? So that is what this is also about, right? Let's continue. We have this from gallery. Let's say you want to use any image from your gallery as your background, you can use from this section. And then we have the camera too at this section, right? Now the next thing we have here, we call it the background effector. At this area we call it the background effector. And with the background effector, it is used to add effects or to do editings on the background. I get it. Yeah, so we have rotation this way. You can see how it is rotating. So we have rotation at this section. We have vignette. This is like a black cover around the design, vignette, so you can use that one too if you like that. Then we have noise, adding noise to the background like this. You see that. And then we also have strips. You can add strips. You can check the contrast, the hue, the saturation, and all that at this particular area. You can do that here, right? And then so that is that for all the tools below here, starting from the templates button to the text icon. We have the character editor, we have the background editor, and then the background effector. So that is that for that at the bottom side. Now let's consider those at the top part here. Now we have the first thing I would like to talk about is this, the plus sign here. Now the plus sign, you can when you click on it, you can add a text, you can add current date, you can add sticker shapes from gallery, then draw. This one is acting as it is having features of the text editor and then the character or the shape editor. You see it. So that is it for the plus sign. Then we have the save button. Now this save button here, you are seeing this at the top here. Now the save button, when you click on it, you see that we have save as a project and then save as an image. Now when you save something as a project, it's being stored at this section here. You get it, my projects. So when you save something as a project, it is being stored here. Now when you click at this place, you see projects, my design projects I've done some time ago. So when you click on save as a project, it comes here. Now when you click on save as an image, it goes directly to your gallery, your phone gallery. You get me? So when you want to save your designs, you can always save as a project and you save it as an image too. So that is the function of the save as button. Now we also have the share button. We all know about it. Then we have this particular one here. It's quotes, and the same quotes I showed you earlier on. The app is having inbuilt quotes. That is that for that section. Then we also have this here. When you click on it, this way we have use image from gallery, full screen, use image from camera, all this here. That is it, right? The next thing here, we call it the undo button. Unfortunately, this particular app is having only the undo, it is not having the redo. So when you click on it, maybe let's say something has been done and then you want to undo it, just click on that button. For instance, let's say this shape, I don't know where the circular shape went to, so I can just click on the undo button like this, and then you see that the shape will be back here, right? Now the next thing here, we call it the zoom in and zoom out button. So by clicking on it, you can zoom in up to 500%. Let's say when dealing with smaller objects or maybe smaller text or whatever, you can always zoom in and zoom out, right? And then we have this, we call it the grid lines. The grid lines, this is used to check alignment. You get me? Whenever you are designing something, you want your text or your shapes or your elements to be in line, you can use the this to always check that out, right? Then we also have this here, very important. That is one of the important tools we will always be using, or the icon we always use severally. Now when you click on it this way, this is what you are going to see. Now we call this particular thing, we call it the layer panel. Again, we call it the layer panel. It shows you the arrangement of the elements that you have uploaded to your designing or your workspace. Are you okay? So when you click on it, this is what you are going to see we have this. So this is showing you the elements that are on this working space, and then they are being arranged. That's what I want you to know. Now you can see that this was the first thing that was on the screen. You can see it's at the back. So this one was there first, then this one was kept in on top of it, then this one came on top of it, before this came on top of it, before this came on top of it. That's why you can see that. Now look at something clearly. You can see that this arrow is on top of all of them, is because it's at the top section. You see it's because it's on top. You get me? So it's on top of all of this. I hope you understand. It's because it's on top of all of them. Now you can see that this particular square too is on top of the uh, the lady, and then the drawing as well. Is because the circle is also on top of all of them, as you can see at this particular area. You can see it there. So that is how it is. It is showing you the arrangement, how it is being arranged. And then this is what was kept first. You start from this area, then you came here, then you came here, then you came here, then to this. So that is why it is showing at that way. Now let's say I want this lady's picture to be in front. I get it. I want it to be in front. Now we have two ways of doing it. Now when you come to the character editor, this section, we have what we call the to front here. You can just click on the to front, and then it will be in front of everything. You get me? So when you check at the layer panel, you see that it is found on top this place. Are we okay? So that is one way of getting thing in front. Now let's say we also have another way. By clicking on this particular dots, you can see there are dots attached to every layer. You can click and hold on the dots. Like let's say I'm to hold on this text, then I pull it to the top like this, and then you can see that it is on top here. Can we see it here? Yes. So that is it for bringing elements in front. Now another thing is that we have the lock button. The lock, you can see lock here. When you click on the lock, meaning that particular element will stop moving. Now let's say I'm to lock this lady. You can see that when I click on it again, it is not moving, except those at the back or in front of it that are moving. But the lady has stopped moving because I have locked it. Now it is good to always lock your element so that you will not be distracted while you are designing, right? So that is it. And then when you click on this, we have editing tools here that you can always edit anything at all you want here from the elements. So that is basically the few things I want us to talk about on this introductory video. As we continue in the course, we are going to learn more on how to create amazing designs with just our smartphone.